And hello fellow Tanker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And today we're just gonna chill in our FV201 Tier 7 British heavy tank. But before we get into the gameplay, guys, I wanna wish you all a very Merry Christmas. To those that celebrate Christmas, obviously. For those that don't, happy holidays. I hope you spent really good and productive time with your family, with your loved ones, and don't pay attention to what's happening to the outside world, because there's a lot of bullshit going on everywhere. And I don't even want to mention the word pandemic, because that's been engraved in our brains over the last little while, and no one really wants to talk about it, to be honest. I don't want to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I do wish that everything goes back to normal sooner than later, although we've been there for what, 2 years now, and it's still not normal, so I don't know if it's ever gonna go back to normal. Anyway, so today we're covering FV201 Tier 7 British heavy tank. Now this is not going to be a review per se, but I do want to cover this tank because it's been sitting in my garage for like forever, and I don't think I've ever made a video on this tank, and it does deserve a video. I mean, it's probably not one of the best premium tanks out there that you could get, but it has some pluses, obviously minuses as well. Yet I do want to cover on the pluses a little bit more than minuses. So you saw me post my equipment on this tank before this replay started, as well as commander setup. So if you're interested in that, you can go back to the beginning of the video. But the main thing I want to point out that in this actual game, I'm not using any mobility equipment. The tank was mostly optimized for gun accuracy. As you can see, I'm carrying premium fuel in this game, but in the second game, you're gonna see this tank as it was set up at the beginning of the video. So, I mean, the commander setup should be pretty close to what I have it in the second game, but obviously the equipment is not. So I think the equipment was mostly for the gun in this game right here. But regardless, I do apologize for the third-person replay. I wanted to feature this tank, and I did have one game. I was thinking whether to show you only the second game, but this game was so damn good that may as well show you. Even the replay system should be showing it as pretty good game, because we're gonna be trying to get back into this game. We'll be trailing most of the game, pretty much from this point forward, actually. So we're on Dukla Pass. It's a tier 8 game, and luckily only one artillery per side. Encounter mode, which is quite unusual, to be honest. The games I played on this map lately were multi-base modes, but regardless, in a heavy tank I usually come south and onto position J7, J8, and right there you have shots across the field, if there are any, and then you can push the flank, push the east side. But in this situation, it looks like the enemy team went the other way, most of them anyway. And Freddy tells me, well, dude, we're going to be flanked in a split moment. So I said, you know what? You're right. I'm going to come back and help you out over here. And we have enough greenies on the east side of the map that they should handle the situation. But as you notice there, they're dropping like flies. Yeah, because they run into two Type 59-2s, which are pretty solid tank, especially at top tier. But now we see shots into this IS, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to hold down as much as possible and put shells into him. Now, what's so good about this tank, boys and girls? Well, there are two things. First, rate of fire. This gun fires every 3 or 4 seconds, depending on how you have it set up. For only 150 alpha, but because you have that quick, rapid reload, you can go pow, 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 pow quickly and just destroy the opposition. But the main thing about this tank, the main advantage of this tank, is the hit points. Take a look at the hit points. At tier 7, you have 1500 hit points. That is amazing. I mean, some of the heavy tanks at tier 8 have this amount of HP. So even though you don't have a lot of armor, because turret on this tank is not the best, you can definitely use your HP to just, you know, drain the opposition down. As you notice here, I'm just destroying this Centurion 5-1. Absolutely shredding him. And now we're going to need to get rid of that Bulldog, so we're going to try to put some shells into him. Now, he's running away. You can't see it, but he's actually running away, and we were able to squeeze a turret shot. Very narrow turret shot into him and we take him out of the game. That was a key kill, because if he stayed alive, it would have been really hard to win this game at the end. But the main thing here is, and what you should pay attention to, is both myself and Freddy presenting the crossfires. Now I'm slow, so I can't really move to change positions, but Freddy is relocating all the time, and as you can see there, he's already moving into position E3. He wants to get up into F3, I believe, and from there he'll have some crossfire into the TD that I'm coming to intercept right now, and that TD is right here. So what this is going to do is going to get the UDES to either focus on Freddy or focus on me. And since he's looking at Freddy right now, we're putting 3 shells into him, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pound him with this rate of fire. Already hits us, but it doesn't matter. We take him out of the game, and now we're gonna drop. Unfortunately, as you notice here, we're losing this game. So, common theme in World of Tanks, more often than not. But luckily, me being with Freddy here is gonna help. But looks like all of the enemy tanks knew my last position, and they're gonna come into this area here. And this Type 59-2 is scary. But look what I'm gonna do to him with my rate of fire. His reload is really, really slow. Look at that. No time. In no time, he's gone. We took care of him pretty fast, but now this absolution is coming in. And I'm actually worried about this absolution because, you know, he's got troll armor. That's the problem. So we're going to try to trade here, but we're probably going to die. And that's what I was thinking here. I'm probably going to die here in this situation right now. But we're going to try to trade, so we're trading. Unfortunately, we bounced 1 shell off his track. And are we going to die here? Are we going to die here? Our artillery comes through and shuts him down. Just beautiful. So we're going to hide behind this windmill right here. Still waiting for RD shell to come in, but we're going to say great shot. That was great support by this Lorraine. That was awesome. That was a great shot from a short distance. Nicely done. Nicely done. So we're only left with 141 HP, but it doesn't matter at the time because the opposition's only left with 1 RD, and Freddy's gonna go after him and pay him a barn visit. As you can see here, my gun is broken, but I didn't... Well, look at those holes on this tank. I got shredded a little bit there. Nice. Yeah, as you see, my gun is broken, but I didn't want to repair in case something else breaks on the tank. Someone tracks me. I didn't have repair skill. So, and this gun is fairly accurate, so I decided to play with a broken gun. Alright, let's skip to Freddy and see what he does here. Yeah, he's gonna give him some piggy love. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Come, Marty, come. Shoot you in the ass. Right there. One more time, one more time. Back up, back up. Nice. Takes him out of the game. Nicely done. Good teamwork there with Freddy. And yeah, it's... If you want to win games, it's always better to platoon with someone. Obviously, it helps with your win rate. But if you want to club and you want to get damage, it's probably better for you to play by yourself. Obviously, your win rate might drop, but, you know, at least your teammate's not going to steal damage from you, right? That's the main thing. Anyway, we finished on top of the team. Quite nice game in this tank for this little tiny gun. Almost 3.6k damage with 2000 basic speed, 2056. Freddy finished in 2nd spot. And trust me guys, Freddy clubs in this machine. So this was nowhere near best game of his. But hey, I'm showing my best game here. And maybe Freddy will send me one of his E25 replays so I can show you guys. But he's gotten some freaking ridiculous games in that tank in the past. Anyway, so we finished with Mastery Ace Tanker, Spartan Medal, Master Gunner Medal, Sniper Medal, Fire for Effect Badge. We got Duelist. What else? Arsonist. What else do we get here? Come on. Come on, Space. Keep moving. High Caliber, Bruiser, and Hand of God. Nice. Very nice game in this tank. Do I recommend it? I do not know. If you like tanks with small alpha, high rate of fire, fast firing gun, and gun depression, this tank will definitely be good for you because you can utilize your minus 10 degrees of gun depression and use that gun to shred things to pieces. The way I like to play this tank is to snipe a little bit at the beginning of the game, use my accurate gun, By the way, I didn't mention the penetration on this gun is fantastic. Stock penetration is 200 millimeters, which is a tier 7. Just think about it, it's amazing. Premium penetration is at 244 millimeters, which is plenty of penetration to play even at tier 9. And this doesn't have preferential matchmaking, by the way. But yeah, the way I like to play it is snipe at the beginning a little bit. If I'm a lower tier, snipe at the beginning a little bit, and then move in and use my hit points. Because everyone's gonna pen you anyway, but you can use your hit points and trade at that point. Best is to track your opponent and juice them. Obviously, they're gonna repair the first time around, but with your 3-second reload or 4-second reload, depends on how you have it set up, you can literally juice them pretty fast. Now, if I'm a top tier, like I am in this situation, I'm gonna go straight up and fight, and that's what we're gonna do. Otherwise, I probably would have went into the magical forest area, which is the east side of the map, but in this situation, we're gonna go on the west side of the map. We're gonna use the ridge lines to maximize our gun depression, and yeah, we're gonna pretty much punish anyone poking at the beginning, and then we're gonna move in and shred everybody else to pieces. So that's what we're doing. So we see this VK, we're gonna put a shell into him, and is he gonna reconsider his future? No, he likes to play hard. So we're gonna try to play hard too. We're gonna take him out of the game pretty soon over here. Just looking for that Capola shot. Can we put it in? Yes, we can, and we're gonna move forward right here. And this spot here, where I'm gonna get into in a split moment, is fantastic when it comes to gun depression. So that spot is right here, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna climb up here, and I'm gonna try to shoot these guys in C1. So that's what we're gonna try to do. In the meantime, we're just gonna look for shots. There is no arty in this game, which is fantabulous. So I'm not afraid playing the ridge lines here, and I know I'm not gonna get annihilated. So we're just gonna poke up, spit that shell out, and hide behind the ridge. And that's exactly what we're doing against this IS. Now, look at the IS HP, or his hit points. 1100 hit points compared to my tank, which is 1500 hit points. That's ridiculous. How much more hit points this tank has compared to other, you know, tier 7 tanks. So if you're a top tier, you have total advantage. Yes, they will pen you, but their reload is so slow. And with your rate of fire, you can just shred them into pieces, right? Alright, we're gonna keep on doing the same thing until we kill these guys. We have to kill these guys in C1 because we can't really move up until we take them out. Otherwise, they'll be able to put shells into us if we want to cross over the ridge line. And we don't want them to, right? So we're gonna continue doing the same thing. And is this time to move? That's what I was thinking right here. Is this time to move? We're gonna start moving if there's no more shots and no one else has shots at us. That's when we're gonna start moving. Capture KV1 is still there, so we're gonna just, yeah, keep on putting shells into him. Keep on putting shells into that guy. That shell missed. Can we finish him here? Yes, we can. And now we probably should be able to move up. A Japanese tiger over there should be no problem. We should be able to easily dispatch of him. Now, we kind of lost the other side of the map, but it doesn't matter. As long as we push strong over here, we can kill all these guys on this side and then, you know, take care of the other side. As you notice here, mobility on this tank with the powertrain and the other piece of equipment I have on it for mobility is pretty good. And that's what makes the tank a little bit more mobile. It moves much better on the battlefield. The gun doesn't have to be optimized as well because the gun is pretty accurate as it is. The aim time maybe is not, but the accuracy is good. So look at this. We're just gonna keep on poking this KV3. He's stuck, but we're gonna put shells into him. He's got no chance. He's dead. Now this Japanese tiger. Yeah, these guys are dead. All dead in the water. See, I don't even care right now. I'm just pushing up using my HP, but no one's shooting me, so whatever. But I'm gonna use my HP against this T-34-88. So as you notice here, we're just gonna cruise by him. Like, we don't care. He's gonna put a shell into us, but we should be able to take him out of the game on the move. Boom! He is out! Now we want extra damage. So we're going up on top of this ridge line over here. After we lose the Sixth Sense, we just don't wanna skyline ourselves on top of this ridge line. Now we're gonna move up. And Something's spotting us. Oh, this guy is spotting us. Okay. At this point, we don't care. We're using our HP. Really. So, we're just gonna take him down. And we're gonna move up to kill this guy, but the banana buster gets in front of us. And he takes all that damage, juicy damage from us. So we're gonna race to try to put some shells into the last guy. Can we do this? On the move. Boom. I think we bounced that one. But now we're gonna stop and we should be able to finish him off. And we will... No, we won't. Someone else takes him. Anyway. Yeah, so I just wanted to feature this tank. I think it's still a pretty nice tank. For tier 7, it's not bad. By the way, if you didn't realize yet, I did change my gamer tag to call myself what I actually am and what people are calling me. I know the other gamer tag was freaking awesome, but hey, people call me Space, and if you recognize me on the battlefield, just say hi. Send me a message, and I will definitely respond to you. Anyway, let's take a look at the post-game stats. We finished with the Mastery, Ace Tanker, Confederate Medal, Fire for Effect, Fighter, High Caliber, Spotter, and Duelist. Not a bad game, although top tier. It was kind of expected. We finished on top of the team with 1881 base XP, 4 kills. We also had 1144 spotting damage. We fired 31 shells. We had 25 penetrations and 4 critical hits. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, wishing you a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.